Next, let's discuss the component of loops. Before going through the four component, let's discuss another terminology which are loop counters. So loop counters are basically, we can assume that these are the variables which determine the flow of loop and which controls how the loop is going to get executed. So we can say it's a variable. Now we'll go through step by step what each components are. So the first step is initialization. So initialization is basically initializing the loop counter. So it can be very trivial like int x equals to 5. So where x is our loop counter and we are assigning a value 5 to the loop counter. So continuation step, we can say continuation step is basically a condition. We can say it's a condition that determine whether to continue the loop or whether to stop the execution of loop. So basically move out of loop. Since we know that loops are basically a set of instructions that are getting executed repeatedly, so we can say, for example, there is statement 1, statement 2, and these are in loop. These two statements are in loop. So these statements are getting executed repeatedly. Statement 1, statement 2, statement 1, statement 2, and so on and so forth. So the continuation test is basically a condition, we can say, and when this based on this condition we either continue the flow of loop or move out of loop, and this condition is basically like primarily written on loop counter. Update step, it's a like statement that changes the state of loop counter. So for example, like in initialization we assigned x equals to 5. Now update step is required to change the value, can be instruction to change the value of x so that the continuation test can evaluate to a different result. If update step is not present, like the continuation step will always evaluate to the similar result, and we can either end up in infinite loop or the loop might never get executed. Loop body is basically the set of instruction that we are going to execute repeatedly. So given like taking from this example, s1 s2 like they constitute the loop body. So the only difference between the three type of loops will be the ordering of these four components. In the next video, we'll discuss about the three types of loops that we introduced in the previous section.